Hi, I'm Peter Woolley. I'm participating in this year's 2001 Big Bear Lake International Film Festival. And I have been honored to interview a few people tonight that I think you'll enjoy listening to. The first person that we're going to talk to is Henry Bumstead, who's a legendary production designer. Henry has been in the business for 6 decades. Think about that, folks. 6 decades. Most of the people he works with, are not as old as the time he's been in the business. And the second person we're going to talk to is Mr. Arthur Hiller, who has directed some of the most fascinating films I know. He directs people films. He doesn't direct epics. He chooses to do films that are peaceful and gentle and talk about the human spirit. So in a few minutes, when we come back, we'll be talking with Mr. Henry Bumstead. In a world where everybody is supposedly a legend just for showing up, it's my great pleasure to introduce you to a card-carrying, living legend. His credits run longer than I am tall. At my height, that isn't a whole lot, but his credits are enough to be probably as long as anyone's who's ever worked in Hollywood. I would like to, without further ado, introduce you to Mr. Henry Bumstead. Henry, let me ask you a question.
Thank you very much, Peter. That was very nice.
What was your first picture?
Saigon. With Alan Ladd, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I started work at Paramount in 1937, and it took me 7 years before I became an art director.
Wow.
And so by the time I got a picture, and it was a tough show, big feature, Alan was a big star then, I was able to perform, and survive, as we say.
Well, I've got 37 years in the business, and when I showed up in Hollywood 37 years ago, he was a legend then. So he's got 2 Academy Awards for To Kill a Mockingbird and The Sting, and he's got 2 other nominations for Hitchcock's Vertigo and Eastwood's Unforgiven. Henry's credits go on and on and on. I have had the pleasure from time to time when I was first starting out to work for Henry. He was always a gentleman. You have enjoyed this business, to me, in my mind, you've enjoyed this business more than anybody I know.
Well, thank you, Peter. I certainly have. Gee, I love the film business, and I love doing sets, and I love meeting all the people that are on the company, and they've all helped me. I certainly didn't do this alone. I mean, it's just I've had good crews, as I said, and good actors and good directors and good scripts, and so I think that's really what's really helped me very, very much.
Yeah, Arthur Hiller tonight said an interesting thing. He said, "We don't do this alone."
Absolutely not. It takes everybody, and when everything goes together, then we have a good picture.
Then we have a good picture.
And in my later years now, I do quite a bit of speaking, and I try and tell what wonderful talent we have in the studios. And a good example is music. Just look at the music that's been written for films. It just goes on and on and on. But this is true in every capacity. I mean, not only from directors, special effects, makeup, everyone, set decorators, wonderful.
Well, when Henry and I came into the business, we were always told that no one walks out of the theater humming the sets. And the best thing you can do is stay the hell out of the way.
Yeah.
And that has been, I think, both of our philosophies over the years. But on the other hand, we have survived, haven't we?
We have, luckily, thank goodness. I've raised 4 kids through college, and I'm a great-grandfather about 4 or 5 times, and some nights I wake up and I just think, gee, how did I do it? I can't believe I did it, because I really don't think I'm that smart, but somehow I fooled them a long time, 63 years.
We share a common bond. Our last picture, the last picture we did, we've always felt is the last picture we're ever going to do.
That's right.
They found us out.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's it. Yeah. Well, thank you, Peter.
Well, we're very pleased to have you at this film festival, and we're very honored to have you.
Thank you for the very nice things you said. I mean, you're going to be a legend too. You have 20 more years.
Yes. Well,
by the time you're my age, you'll be a legend too.
I got the cane, so I'm working on it.
Yeah, you're working on it. You got the cane much earlier than I did, so you're going to be a bigger legend.
Thank you very much, Henry.
Thank you, Peter. God bless you.
God bless you. Henry Bumstead is a hoot. He's been such a legend in our town for so many years. It's such fun to just sit and talk to him. The Americanization of Emily, Plaza Suite, Love Story, The Man of La Mancha, The Man in the Glass Booth, The Out-of-Towners, Hospital, Silver Streaks, Outrageous Fortune. Ladies and gentlemen, Arthur Hiller, the director of all of those magnificent movies. My personal favorite, Arthur, has always been The Americanization of Emily.
That happens to be my favorite.
Quick question. Why black and white?
Black and white because I felt that was the best way to tell that story, because it basically is anti the glorification of war.
Yes.
And it's done with a black humor. Patty Chayefsky wrote, well, as I said in there, the only genius I ever worked with. And that was the first draft, what was on the screen. If we changed 6 lines, it was a lot. And
oh my God! You mean it was all white pages on the script?
That's it.
Oh my God! Arthur.
And the studio, I felt that would better tell the seriousness of it and play the comedy against that.
Sure.
And the studio didn't want us to do it because color was new, and they didn't want it to seem like an old movie. And it took a degree of fighting to finally get it so that we could do it in black and white.
Yeah, because it was at that time when there hardly were any black and white films at all.
No, because that was passé.
Sure, and it was television, actually.
Yes, at that time.
Speaking of television, you made your bones in the normal way in this town. You started in television and worked your way right on up.
Actually, I started in radio in Canada.
I've never been able to design a set for radio. But you did start in radio?
Radio, and then went into live television there. And then NBC brought me down in live television.
And you started and started doing all those wonderful episodic things. Just about the time I guess I was doing The Fugitive and those kinds of things.
Yeah, I did mostly the Hitchcock and Gunsmoke. I did actually. I'm the only director who did Playhouse 90, both live and film. 2 of them were done on film.
Yes.
And I did.
Do you remember who your production designers or your art directors were by any chance?
Boy.
One of them Walter Herndon?
No. I'm embarrassed.
It's all right. No, listen, that's a long time.
No, but I if you'd asked me last week, I'm just in...
No, I understand. Here's a loaded one for you.
Okay.
You have a master's degree in psychology from the University of Toronto. How has it held you in good stead as a director?
I honestly don't know.
That's exactly the question. The answer I
certainly
expected.
Haven't used it knowingly.
Yes.
I presume studying. It was the psychology that led me into film because I'd always loved the theater. But I thought, in fact, when I finished high school, through a whole series of circumstances, I was offered a drama scholarship to Ohio State. And I turned it down because I thought, that's not how you earn your living. That's what you do on weekends.
That's how you play.
And I went off to World War II, and
yes.
when I came back, I took my arts degree at Toronto, University of Toronto, and obviously was busy with all the plays and that sort of thing. And then, as I was completing my master's in psychology, I thought it's the communications aspect the social aspect that I like. Why am I not doing what I really want to do?
Yes, yes.
And
That's interesting.
that's how I started. I just walked into the headquarters of the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, which was the radio network in those days, and went up the front desk and said, "Who do I see about a job?" And
But we have something in common. I went to Warner Brothers because I liked their cartoons. I didn't even know where to start.
yeah.
I got an interview with the head of the art department.
And you have to be lucky, though, because I often think if that girl at the desk had not sent me to the person she sent me to, what if she had sent me to the personnel office? I might still be sitting waiting my turn.
That's right.
Just
Yes.
somehow.
Your number, still holding your number in your hand. Yes.
But she gave me the right, just a series of lucky moves, and I ended up at the supervisor of public affairs broadcasting.
Well, I think we make a lot of our living. I really do.
Yes, no, you do, and I say that to students a lot. I said, you have to keep in there. You have to keep knocking on doors, and one day one will open.
But when
And
it opens, be
you
prepared.
better be good.
Yes, yes, you
because it's
bet.
not going to open. They're not going to open that up.
You bet. Yes.
Yeah.
Especially now, and especially in a time when the studios are gone,
Yes,
and we're all for one for all. It's we all have agents,
yes, yeah.
just in order to get the next picture. So it's a different world.
It's a
than when we
different
started.
world in those terms, yes. But it also is a different world in the kinds of films that are being made. You know, more, as I was mentioning, the theme park ride kind of film.
Yes, yes.
But I
Please.
feel lately there is a coming back of the heart and soul of filmmaking, and that there are more relationship films that are still entertaining and holding the audience.
Arthur, from your lips to God's ears, please. I just want to thank you for on behalf of Big Bear Lake Film Festival for coming and sharing with us, and sharing your wisdom and sharing your joy and of the business.
Well, thank you. And listen, it's an honor to be honored by a festival that cares about the new independent filmmaker, about the student filmmakers, the documentary makers. They need all that help.
Absolutely,
And I think
absolutely.
it's terrific that you're helping them.
Well, thank you for being with us today. God bless.
Thank you.